When we started this group, we didn't put any parameters. No, you need to be this age, you need to have kids. So we had a really eclectic group of people show up, most of whom we didn't even meet at small group launch. They signed up at a different campus and just showed up at our house.
I don't know if it was me or if it was just Satan saying your house is not big enough, it's not pretty enough, there's not enough parking. I mean, logistically, I could go through 1,000 reasons why we shouldn't have led a life group. Truly, I still do that sometimes. But I think we got to the point, both of us, where we just said, okay, God, clearly this is something you are telling us to do and you haven't relented, and it's time for us to listen and just trust you with those details. And he cares about those details. They're so much less ominous to him than they are to us, but he cares, and he divinely orchestrates all of that all the time.
I came to the point where I just had to kind of snap myself out of it and just say, stop doing this. Stop letting church stop on Sunday. And I just wanted the gospel to be in the rest of my life. And so I can get over my pride and invite people to my house that isn't as nice as theirs, and invite people who are smarter than me and people who have it more together than me. I'm just gonna open my house and say, hey, let's get real, guys. But the interesting thing is, I'd call it church baggage. Most people there have some semblance of that. And they have a lot of church experience, but limited experience of really doing life with people, being authentic, limited experience of even being vulnerable. In the first year and a half of this group, we've seen people come through a lot of that and just be able to relax and feel like they have a place at a church thing, which is completely unique, especially for 2 or 3 people in our group. They've said over and over again how that's never happened before.
It's just an open, vulnerable, honest discussion, and we just open our living room for it, and that's what it comes down to. And God does everything else, literally everything else. He orchestrates those details, the big ones and the small ones.
But everything's super good. We did a private party today for Fair Properties. That's good.
It's so odd in a really fast-paced culture that's very hyper self-absorbed to sit down and simply have people love on you and speak the red letters that aren't in the Bible, the words that Jesus would speak if he was there, the way that he created you and the way that he sees you, that comes out when other people talk to you. And it is sad that it's so foreign and so alien to us, but the gospel's alien, the gospel's uncomfortable. And so in a very similar way to the redemption message of Jesus, speaking life into people that you love has a similar effect. It really catches people's attention.
If you're feeling any kind of a calling or a tugging to lead a life group, yes, you're going to feel inadequate. I don't know that there's anyone who's led a life group that says, I've got this nailed. I think you could interview all of us and we would all say the same thing. We didn't feel adequate. I think there's something really sweet in that, because you are dependent on God to orchestrate the details, or you should be. If things are holding you back, whether the logistics or they're just internal, you just need to take those to God and say, please orchestrate the details. Chances are those are the very things in you that probably will make you an awesome life group leader, because you'll be vulnerable about those things. But I would say, in some ways, I say just, as cliche as this sounds, go for it, and let God orchestrate and intervene in those details that hold you up.